Hey guys, and welcome back to another chapter. We are starting off with chapter 2 of our multiplication facts and equations. So basically, in this chapter, as you'll see, we're going to go ahead and start touching on and reviewing multiplication. For today's lesson, we're going to identify, write, and solve equations involving multiplication. So let's start here. First step is let's take a look at our Explorer. It says select all the expressions that have the same value as 12 times 3. Well, in order for me to figure out what expressions equal 12 times 3, I need to circle this first. We circle important numbers. And I need to figure out what 12 times 3 is. So if you remember our multiplication tables, we can multiply 12 times 3 as 3 times 2 is 6. And then we multiply the 3 times the 1, which is 3. That means that the magic number, the answer that we're looking for is 36. So in this one, we'll have to think, okay, well, which one of these equations equals 36? Well, I know that 6 times 6 is 36, so we're going to go ahead and circle that. Now we have 15 plus 19. So, well, we're going to have to do the math and add. We're going to have to add 15 plus 19. And then we have 5 plus 9. So 5 plus 9 is, correct, it is 14. Carry the 1. And 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Well, the answer has to equal 36. The sum, or the answer, to 15 plus 19 is 34. So that's not 36. So that's not it. Now, we also know the one property of multiplication, which is, in other words, any number, identity property of multiplication, which means that any number times 1 is that same exact number. So 1 times 36 will give you 36. 36 times 0 is the 0 property of multiplication because any number, it doesn't matter what number it is, any number times 36 or times 0, it could be 0 times 36, 0 times 400, it doesn't matter, it's times 0. So any number times 0 will always be 0. So I know that's not 36, so I'm going to go ahead and cross it out. Now we're going to go back to our subtraction, 403. So let's write it out, 403, and we take away 367. All right, well, let's see. I can't do 3 minus 7. I can't do 0 minus 6, becomes a 3. This 0 now becomes a 10, but I need to borrow again. Let's make that a 9. And that borrowed 10 that we took is going to go to the ones place. So that's going to be 13. Now, we have to think, all right, what number minus, in other words, 13 minus 7 is equal to what number? You could also think what number plus 7 is 13. Well, it is 6, correct. So I know that 6 plus 7 is 13, or in other words, 13 minus 7 is 6. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next place value. 9 minus 6. If I have 9 and I take 6 away, that's going to leave me with 3. And guess what we have? We have 36, so we're going to circle that. That is 36. Now, in this question, we have a multiplication. We have 9 times 4. If we remember our 9 times tables, does 9 times 4 give me 36? It absolutely does. 9 times 4 is 36. Now we have 12, 12, and 12. In other words, we really have, that's 12 times 3. So that means that that's the same thing as this equation that we're solving up the top. Because how many times do we have the number 12? We have the number 12 3 times. So I know that this is the same as saying 12 times 3. Because again, multiplication is repeated addition. So this is also going to give me 36. Now, if I go over to the next equation, that's going to be 7 times 5. Well, I know that 7 times 5 is going to give me not 36, right? It's going to give me 35. So it's not 7 times 5. And we know that any number times 11, any single number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, times 11 is pretty much that number twice. So in other words, 11 times 3 is going to be 33. So that is not equal to 36. So therefore, if I look at all these possible expressions and I figure out which expression is equal to 12 times 3, I'm going to be able to tell that 6 times 6 is 36, 403 minus 367 is 36, 1 times 36 is 36, 9 times 4 is 36, and 12 plus 12 plus 12, in other words, 12 times 3 is also 36. So there you have it, and that's one easy way to figure out our expressions and figure out which expressions are equal to 36. All right, now let's go ahead and build on that understanding with our multiplication facts and equations. So here we go. Okay, we are comparing, so we have to figure out one side before we go ahead and figure out the other side. So let's figure out this side first. I always like to highlight the side that I'm working on first. So I'm going to go ahead and work this side first. Right. So if I follow the diagram, here we have a multiplication table. So here I'm going to go ahead and look for 7, which is right here. And I'm going to look for 9, which is right here. And then if I drag it through here and I drag my row down through my column here, that's going to give me 63. In other words, 7 times 9 is 63. So I'm going to go ahead and put the product 63 right here. Now, let's figure out side 2. I need to make sure that 180 minus 117 also has to equal 63. So the only way to do that is to solve it. Let's subtract. I can't do 0 minus 7. So let me borrow from the 8, which I can. So now the 8, I turn it to 7. And now the 0 is a 10 because I went ahead and I borrowed. Now I can go ahead and subtract. 10 minus 7 is 3. And then 7 minus 1 is 6. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So I'm going to go ahead and put 63 right here. Now, think to yourself. Remember, the value of the left side must equal the same exact value on the right side for the equation to be true. So ask yourself, is 63 equal? In other words, is it the same as 63? Yes, it is. So since it is, we're going to go ahead and mark true. Now down here, let's look at the try it. We're going to tell whether the equation is true or if it is false. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight the areas that we're going to work on first. We're going to go ahead and I'll explain why I chose some more than the others. Okay, here we go. And there we go. Okay. Right. So let's do multiplication first. 2 times 9. We know that if I have 9 and I double 9, that gives me 18. So I'm going to put 18 right here. Equals. Well, let's see. 3 times 6 is also 18. Is 18 equal to 18? Are these two the same number? They are. So we're going to make it T-R-U-E. In other words, we're going to name it true. It is a true equation. They are truly equal to each other. For this one, I chose 8 times 4. It doesn't matter which side you choose. I just preferably chose 8 times 4 instead. So if I did 8 times 4, that's going to give me 32. So I'm going to write 32 equals. Now, remember from the last page that we did, we have 12 3 times. Well, boys and girls, that's the same thing as saying 12 times 3. Well, 12 times 3 we learned was 36. Wait a minute. That's not the same number. So guess what? We're going to cross that out, meaning that 32 is not equal to 36. And we are going to name that system of equations false. All right. Now, if you multiplied any number times a 10, remember we put a little box around our basic fact. 10 times 1 is 10, and I add the last 0. In other words, 10 times 10 is 100. I need to find out if 35 plus 65 is also 100. 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 1 is 10. So guess what? It is true. So we're going to name it true. Next equation. Now I chose this side first. You could have done the other side, but I just chose this one first. Let's do 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So we're going to start over here. 28. Now we need to figure out if 472 minus 442 is also equal to 28. I could tell right off that it's probably not, but let's see. 2 minus 2 is 0. Well, that's not an 8. I'm going to keep going. If I have 7 and I take 4 away, I get 3. Well, that means that's going to give me 30 is equal to, that's not equal. So we're going to name that one a false because it is not an equal statement. One side is not equal to the other. Right. For number 5, let's go ahead and solve 11. So we're going to go ahead and see if that is true. And we're going to add 101 plus 33. Okay, that has to give me 132. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 0 plus 3 is 3. And 1 plus nothing is 1. Now I'm going to go ahead and write that number here. That's 134. 134 is not equal to 132. So we're going to say that this is false. Okay. And the last one is number 6. Number 6, we're going to look at 0 times 10. Remember what I said earlier. Any number times 0 is 0. Doesn't matter what number it is. It's always going to be 0. Now, if I had 1,350 and I took away 1,350, what am I left with? I'm left with 0. I'm not going to subtract it because this is the same exact number. If I have this number and I took away the same exact number, that means I have nothing left. So therefore, I could say that 0 is equal to 0. So this equation is going to be true. Okay? So boys and girls, this is how we compare equations. We're looking at multiplication facts, and we figure out the multiplication fact on one side, and then we figure out the addition or the subtraction fact on the other side to tell whether the statement is true or false. If the numbers do not match up, it is false. If the numbers match up, it is absolutely true. So thank you so much for joining us. Remember to subscribe so that you can stay up to date with all of my latest posts. And I will see you on the next lesson. Bye.